The Battle of Tuiteim Tarbhach was a Scottish clan battle in which the Mackays wiped out raiders from the Clan MacLeod of Lewis who were returning from an attack on Mackay land in Strathnaver. The Mackays caught up with the raiders on the north bank of the River Oikel, some 3 miles west of where the river joins the River Castley at the head of the Isle of Sutherland. The battle probably took place in 1406, but the date is uncertain from the manuscripts. Background: Angus Mackay of Strathnaver had married Tudhaig, sister of Roderick, chief of the MacLeods. When Angus died, he left his brother Black Hugh as regent for his 2 sons Angus Dow and Rory Gald. When Roderick heard that his sister was in dispute with Hugh Mackay in 1406, he decided to resolve the matter by sending a company of men to the Ray country, the Mackay lands that bordered Caithness. The men were led by Roderick's brother, Malcolm MacLeod, later known as Gil Callum Beg, Gil Callum Beg MacBowen or Gililm Beg MacBowen. Gil had come to replace Maol in such names. Failing to come to an amicable agreement, Malcolm ravaged Mackay lands in Strathnaver, and the Sutherland district of Brachat, around Legg at the south end of Lochshin. This provoked both the Mackays and Robert Earl of Sutherland, the latter sending a company of men under Alexander Murray of Cuban to join Hugh Mackay in pursuit of the raiders. Battle plans: the River Oikel and its estuary, the Isle of Sutherland, stretch across the highlands from Dornoch on the east coast almost to Ullapool on the west coast. The river is the traditional boundary between Sutherland to the north and Ross to the south, and is a major transport artery linking the east coast to the MacLeod territory of Assynt in the west. The Mackays and Sutherland men caught up with the MacLeods as they were crossing the Tuttim burn, laden down by booty and stolen cattle. Battle: initially Mackay tried to just recover his property. When the MacLeods objected, a long, furious, cruel, and doubtful, rather desperate than resolute battle ensued, which ended with the slaughter of all the MacLeods except one, who managed to return to Lewis and report the defeat before dying of his wounds. Aftermath: Angus Dow succeeded his uncle as chief of the Mackays when Hugh died 2 years later. Despite his defeat by Donald, Lord of the Isles, at the Battle of Dingwall in 1411, the Mackays appear to have prospered and expanded under Angus Dow, and he is regarded as the ancestor of all the Mackay chiefs. By 1427 he was important enough to be one of the chiefs summoned to a parliament in Inverness, where they were arrested by James I. At that time he had 4,000 men under his command according to the Scotty Chronicon. Such power led to his nickname of Eni as Enim Prissy, Angus the Absolute. Numerous cairns once marked the battlefield, but their stones have since been used for building dry stone walls. A cemetery was later built on the hillside to the east of the battlefield. According to local legend, the cemetery wall was built from the cairns. Today the A837 road runs through the battlefield.